Hello there, Uncle Rusty here. Welcome back to Society Sunlit Valley. I have been a little bit busy, but today we're finally going to brave it up. So, let me go get a shield. And, I believe this is the part most of y'all have been waiting for. The part where we're all gonna die horribly together. Now, if I can find my shield, that would be great. I seem to have lost a couple of things somewhere along the line. I don't know where, but I seem to have lost a couple of stuff along the way. So, I'm going to take a golden apple. I'm going to put some of this stuff away. And y'all best be ready for a horrible time. We're going to go to the Skull Cavern. So, I spent a little bit of time doing some fishing in this little great spot that we have now. And I managed to get enough money to finish up our vault. So, let's open up the vault. Put this away. I'm just going to grab all these stupid hats that we just simply don't need. Oh, man. Oh, man. This is not really what I want, to be quite honest with you. To be quite honest, this is not really what I want, but we do have a crystallarium as well. Now, crystallarium is going to come in super handy for when we want to do a bunch of other stuff, like getting some crystals duplicated. So with that being said, I am going to duplicate some diamonds, because why not? And we got ourselves a nice vault trophy, which I'm just going to proudly display up here. You know, beautiful. We got ourselves a vault trophy. I am also going to open up this hat bag, which is going to give me a Stinky Cheese Man hat. Yay! I love hats. Let's go put this charger outside. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. I'm going to put my fertilizer in here. Put this charger outside so that, you know, should anything happen, that'll be there. And then, my dear friends, it's time to go die. So, I'm going to grab my Skull Cavern teleporter, and I think, you know what, I'm just going to put it outside here, because this is where it'll be most accessible. We are able to go to the Skull Cavern. Now, I still need to make this, and we still need to make the money to get this achievement, which will give us some escape rope, but we don't need that necessarily. What you want to do is you want to make sure you have torches, you want to make sure you have food, and be ready. This is crazy. Skull Cavern is a dangerous pit. You can descend by finding ropes under oars and boulders. It'll drain life out of you if you stay too late. Use the escape rope before 5 a.m. So, number one, the first thing you want to do, waypoint, create a waypoint, teleporter. Immediately. Immediately. Do not goof this. You'll hear there's absolutely no sound up here. Now, you can dig out these stones here. And generally that, whoa, that's a nasty little bit of lag. I am going to grab some of this stuff. Now, you could explore the top. You'll find some weird trees. These are pale oaks. And keep torches on you at all times just to make sure you know where you're going. I like to make this little thing. And yeah, all of these will generally lead down there. It is dangerous, so make sure you are ready for the danger. You see what I mean? Why? Why would you charge at me like that? Why? Alright, you will also find real weird slimes here, but this is what we're here for. Geodes, furniture, earth crystals. This is a great place to farm up ores. And the nice thing is, when you are in the Skull Cavern, you can also mine these stones, and they will get an exit for you. I thought I saw something out the corner of my left eye there. This is a very stressful place, but this is a great way to farm up minerals that you need. And honestly, this is pretty much horrifying. But this is what we want to do. And make sure you've got an escape rope, which we don't have, which is bad, in all honesty. It's real bad that we actually don't have an escape rope. There we go. There's an escape rope. So make sure you have a bunch of these, because this will get pretty much crazy the deeper you go. Now, I'm going to get as much coal as we need here. We also want to just slay out all the, you know, the bad guys in here. And they will kill you real quick. The deeper you go, the more dangerous this gets. We only have gold armor. We don't have what we need here. I saw that spider disappear. I do see one of those. There's a zombie over there. You will hear random explosions. Those are slimes. Whoa, man's got an axe there. Come on. Ow. Okay, perfect. Grab as much of this as we can. Now, the reason we want to try and go down as deep as we can is because they are diamonds. They are ores you need, and they are a little bit poisonous, so you got to be careful about that as well. Someone just sent me a... What the? I'm busy. Woo! Why? You might want to also place torches down. Mobs will spawn in here. By the way, this is dangerous. Mobs spawn here pretty frequently. So you really don't want to be caught down here. And there you go. There's even further how big this skull cavern actually is. Now, the reason we're digging out these stones, you'll find these little omni geodes. Now, they give you a chance to find artifacts. Now, artifacts can be beneficial, and they can give you some nice boosts. But you also want to be careful here. You can see creepers and stuff like that actually exist. I'm just going to let the creeper deal with that. What? Where'd you hit me from, Sonny Jim? Oh, there you are. Come on. You will also find mini bosses down here every now and then. So just be real careful about what you do. In all honesty, just be absolutely super careful about what you do. Because this is actually just one of the most dangerous areas that you can be in Society Sunlit Valley. Now you'll notice I am trying to farm up a lot of earth crystals. I'm not trying to go down deeper into the skull cavern because, let's face it, I am under-prepared for this. There's no rush to go to the skull cavern. Let me point that out right now to anyone watching this particular series. There's no rush to get to the skull cavern. It's a great source of income, and it's a great source of resources if you are tired of mining. However, I will let you know, this is a very dangerous place, and you can die pretty quickly if you are underprepared. So, take the extra time, get the diamond armor, get some enchantments going. You can still enchant, you just can't buy an enchant. You just can't build an enchantment table. You can buy an enchantment table. So, always be aware how dangerous this is. This is very dangerous. Now, I didn't empty out my backpack, which I probably should have at one point. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sort out my backpack. Just letting you know. I am going to sort out my backpack. This is also great because we've got some sparkstone. You'll need sparkstone for later. Sparkstone is absolutely vital for later for automation purposes. So if you see these crates, they do have a small chance to have some sparkstone in them. And you'll need that later for stuff like automation and a whole bunch of stuff. There's our exit, which I would do, but, you know, I'm just here to farm up resources. So I will eventually go on a massive expedition. But you'll also note that I'm getting gold coin while being in here. So I took the skill that gives me a random chance to get gold coins when mining any ore or stone. So that helps a lot because gold coins can be converted eventually into iridium coin, which is a nice way to supplement money. Now, again, I don't need all this ore. I'm mainly here for the coal and for the beautiful, beautiful earth crystal. Because guess what? Where you at? I heard that. And this, I do believe that if you kill all the enemies on the floor, then you don't really need to worry about new ones spawning. I do believe that's how the mod pack works. Could be wrong, but always bring some torches. I will say this is a procedurally generated cavern. So be aware that the next time you come, the floor will be different. So no two floors are the same in the Skull Cavern. But as you can see, this is actually just ridiculous, the amount of, like, ores we're going. And the reason I'm also breaking blocks is because I want the Omni Geodes. Omni Geodes and artifacts can bring a lot of money for you later on in the game. So ensure you got a bunch of escape ropes so that you can, you know, ensure that if things do get hairy, you can escape. I will say there is like a good channeling timer on the escape rope. It's not an instant right click and go. I would say get some recall potions. Those are more reliable and will get you safer home quicker. So make sure you got one of the two. Me personally, I'm a fan of having recall potions, but you know, getting recall potions in the world, it's also not the easiest thing in the world. And as you can see, we got like rubber gadgets and stuff like that. So there's also sap down here. So there's a lot you can get from the Skull Cavern if you want to spend the time. But remember, you also only have a limited time in the Skull Cavern, and the longer you are here, the worse it gets. Now, I'm going to stay here for as long as I can just to show you how bad it actually gets. There's a magic rope. Magic rope is also great. Teleport you down. So if you want to quickly go down to the Skull Cavern, keep all your magic rope and then just magic rope all the way down if you want to. Just do note, it is dangerous. Oh, look, a diamond. What can I get rid of here? No, we're fine. I'm just going to try and get as much as I can out of this floor. And then I'm just going to show you as we stick around here how dangerous it gets. So you'll start getting sicknesses. You'll start getting mining fatigue. You'll start getting a whole bunch of nausea and a whole bunch of stuff that's just not ideal. And trust me, you don't want to be in here. You really don't want to be in here. I do believe it kicks you out, but you could also pass out. And if you pass out, if you get knocked out, just like in Stardew Valley, you have to pay the magic doctor that doesn't seem to exist in this mod pack, but you have to pay the magic doctor the hospital fee. So always be aware that if you do die and you do get resurrected, some of your tools will lose durability, which kind of sucks. I hate that. I hate that. And yeah, you will have to pay a hospital fee. Keep hearing things in like my left ear here, but it's okay. Right, it is 11 p.m. And there you go. That's where it starts. You hear that horrifying sound that just played in my ear that actually made me almost poop my pants. I'm not gonna lie to you. There might be a little poop in my pants at this point in time. There may just be a little bit of poop in my pants. Not a lot of poop, but let me tell you, that noise made me poop my pants. Not gonna lie to you. Not gonna lie to you, that noise right there made me poop my pants. So that's just the start. That's 11 p.m. by the way. I do have my escape rope on me, so just to be safe. Just want to make sure. And I want to grab as much of the iron as possible. So I'm not even going to honestly bother with like the stone or anything like that. But mostly for this is just to farm up like the raw copper ore. You can convert to blocks and just sell. Unfortunately, and this is something I wish they would do with the mod pack eventually, is that you can sell the completed ores, because you do get a lot of money doing that. In Stardew Valley, if you smelt the copper bars or the gold bars or stuff like that, you do get gold for that. So it is something that I hope that is in development. If the mod pack developers ever see this, I hope that they do that. Now again, we want to be in here for a little bit, but it is going to start getting late, and I just want to show you the effects of how late you stay. Now I don't generally stay long in here because I have severe anxiety for things that can insta-kill me. It's why I don't play Grounded 2 at the moment, because of the very big snake that they added. Although I'll probably get back to that eventually. There's some zombies that spawned. Ooh, a book. Thank you. I will definitely be taking that book home with me. And again, all here for these geodes, all here for this stuff. What can I get rid of? What do we need? String, not so much. I'm just waiting. It is getting late. It's 1 a.m. The Cavern hasn't yelled at me just yet, but it likely will just now. And this is, again, a great way to farm up materials. It is. It's a great way to farm up materials. I am actually pressing the wrong buttons here and not grabbing what I need. Again, I don't want to go down. So this first floor is just like an introduction to the Skull Cavern. Welcome to the Skull Cavern, one of the most horrifying things to ever exist on planet Earth. Now, again, you cannot climb the rope back out. I should really go home. Now we've got slowness. So I'm going to do an escape rope. And as you can see, it does take a while. Boom. There's our teleporter. Let's go home. We don't want to be here. And you right click. And you should be home. Look at that. And it takes you to your bed. Look at that. And now, if you look at what we've gotten, it's insane. Just from going to the Skull Cavern, just for that little bit. Just for that little bit. It is absolutely nuts how much we gained just from going there. So there you go, everyone. You wanted me to get to the Skull Cavern? Well, there you go, friends. There's the Skull Cavern. Everyone enjoy that? Because my pants are thoroughly pooped. You wanna smell what's in my pants? Because I certainly don't. Okay, we need a new chest because I've officially run out of space. And to be honest with you, excuse me. Thank you for blessing me in the comments, by the way. Appreciate it. Y'all are way too kind. I'm just for now going to put that there. and just put what I need. Let's read this book. Huzzah. And put all of that in there. I do want to open these geodes. We have the technology. We can do this. I'm going to put my magic rope away. Want to sell this thing. We kind of need to keep this for way later. Furniture block. What did I get? A sweets closet, eh? Okay, well, you know, I'm always down for some sweets. Can I put you here? I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that. I have been busy with my artisan canvases as well, so we just continue to do that. Like I said, I've been a little bit busy in the back end doing some stuff. So if you do miss some of the things, tune in for the live, but it's more just preparing for the episode, you know, the very next episode that everyone likes to watch. So, you know, don't feel too bad if you miss anything because you're really not missing too much. It's mostly just prep work at this point in time. Now, we got quite a bit of earth crystals out of that, and I am super happy about that because we want to start getting our artisan stuff 100% sorted, right? And that was the point of the Skull Cavern as well, is because we need to get stuff done. So that is part and parcel of why I want to put emphasis on going to the Skull Cavern so that we can use the Skull Cavern to our advantage. And when you start feeling brave enough to go to the lower floors and facing some of the more horrifying creatures there, you will be able to get higher tier loot. But as you can see here, we really don't need to go any further because we got quite a bit of stuff. I got 7 gold just from mining. And now I'm just going to put it there. I will move the Skull Cavern teleporter eventually. And we did nothing this day, but that's fine by me. Because we're also saving for a new house. Remember, we are saving for a new house and we're going to get our farm up and going. But I also need it to rain and thunderstorm because we need batteries to get our upgrade going for our sprinklers. Now, you can also only get iridium from the Skull Cavern. Remember, you can only do that from there. Now, again, we got zucchini. You won't find that someplace else. But let's use this to our advantage. I'm just going to use our beautiful extractinator and, you know, just extractinate. That's all I'm going to do. Just let me hold, right-click, extractinate. The extractinator is fantastic, and this is also a great way to get all of those little other achievements done. Now, you will later find in some of the later floors, you will find some of the other geodes in this game, such as frozen geodes. Now, frozen geodes are going to help you as well. So always remember that these geodes are 100% worth your time and effort, and you should probably invest some time into going there. Now, again, I don't need all this copper. So most of this copper, I'm really just going to sell. Now, if you do plan to automate and stuff like that, I would say keep quite a bit of copper, but copper is like very, very popular and very easy to get rather than, you know, all the other stuff. And I'm just going to, you know, throw these thunder eggs and all of this stuff. Now, you can make it so that these geode things give you more money if you go into that skill tree. Those things will give you quite a bit of money. So spend some time in the Skull Cavern, but don't spend too much time in the Skull Cavern. You know what I mean? And as you see here with the Omni Geodes, look at that, iridium scraps. And we got Neptunite. Oh my lordy. We can make a water buffalo spawn egg with that. Look at that. And this is where these things start coming together for us. We have iridium scraps. That's what we needed. I do want to keep the sparkstone, keep as much of the other stuff as possible. We can sell all this stuff. The Neptunite I want to keep, but that again, we can farm up later. I just want to make a lot more money than what we got going on. We did make it before the previous day, so we don't need to worry too much about not getting what we need. And these blocks I'm just going to put away. We want to farm up the hops, and then I'm going to show you all how beer works as well. So, maybe I'll save that for another episode because, you know, I got a thumbnail ready for that episode and I kind of don't want to waste that thumbnail. I worked real hard on it, but I'm going to show you regardless of what you need to do. So, I'm going to farm up here, and then I think I want to go for Skull Cavern round 2. Now, with the Skull Cavern, where is my water? Oh, man. Also, you can see autumn is coming, or autumn is here now. We need to get rid of these crops. It is now autumn, everyone. We are officially in early autumn. Summer is gone, and we need to replant new crops. So I'm going to get as much of that done and out of the way, and then we are going to get some new crops. Where's my my watering can. Let's go farm up. Whatever has grown, whatever has not grown, has not grown. And I think I'm just going to buy seeds from that chap. Now, again, we do want to focus here. Prismatic farming. Look at that. Layer 1 of the Skull Cavern. Omni Geodes. We've got some bombs. Sparkstone for automation. We do need prismatic shards, but we'll work on all of that. Right. So, what hasn't grown must go. We're just going to clear this out. Remember, some of these will not grow later on. Now, if they do grow in autumn and I've taken them down, it's always best to start fresh. In my experience, it's always best to start fresh. Sometimes you know what you grow, and sometimes you know not what you grow. And it's the things that you don't know you grow that is scary. I'm going to sell up this cotton and the tea leaf, but I'm going to keep the hops. And when we get to the point where we're making beer, which we are, I will show you guys how that is done. But for now, I want to focus on all the other stuff I've been doing. And then we'll focus on beer the next time I post up. But for now, the Skull Cavern is simply just the best. And when you're simply the best, you're better than all the rest. You're better than anyone else. Anyone you probably ever met. So, as long as you're the best, then you don't need to worry about that. Okay, let's grab some of these things. This should be done. Nice cheese wheel. And a nice mayonnaise machine. That is still aging. Do we have any bananas? Yes, we do. Gonna still make some banana preserves. Put that in there. And remember, with the wine, we can also make wine preserves or grape preserves. So always remember, with the wine farm that we got going on, that is also going to help for certain stuff later on as well. So don't forget about the grapes you got. They're great for selling and they're great for other else stuff. I forgot how to speak English there. Right, Mr. Market. I'm going to get 16 of each seed. Now, if we go to our pantry, we want to focus on autumn. So we want beetroot, corn, and eggplant. Now, I know I destroyed my corn plants there, so no one yell at me, okay? I know what I did. You don't have to tell me. But I did it with a purpose, because I like to start fresh, so I don't lose track of anything I'm doing, We need to make sure we've got beet seeds as well. Now, I don't know if he's actually going to sell beet seeds, but I guess we'll see. Barley, there we go, beetroot seeds. And barley is also great for making beer, so this is also, to our benefit. I am not going to focus on pumpkins because we've already destroyed the pumpkin, everything. I am going to buy an apple sapling because bananas do not grow anymore. So I believe this tree does not, unless it still does. I suppose we'll see. Okay, this tree still looks like it yields fruit. So I'm going to drop an apple tree right over here. Oh, boinkus. And that'll grow eventually. All right, cool. So let's get our seeds planted like a merry old farmer. And then I suppose we can... It's a little late to go to the Skull Cavern. Generally what you want to do is, by this point, if you're not slow like me and dumb, you would have at this point gotten your sprinkler system up. I would highly recommend that the moment you wake up, once it's 6 a.m., go to the Skull Cavern. Just go to the Skull Cavern, get there early, get done what you need, and then go from there. Because, unfortunately, you can slow the time down, and that would be my other recommendation, is that you just slow the time down. And the reason for that is, as you can see, the time goes fairly quickly, right? Time does go fairly quickly. So my recommendation is, if you can get the time slowed down and just spend more time in the Skull Cavern, you will reap the benefits than having to rush out at 6 a.m. Stardew Valley does the same thing. Remember, if you are playing Stardew Valley or something like that, always remember that the time is set to go at a certain point. Now, you can obviously mod it to do a couple of other stuff, and I am just going to go with the corn here, because corn has a dual effect here. We can make animal feed out of corn. Speaking of which, I think I need to top up my animal feed. We can use the corn for animal feed as well, and that will help us save a little bit of money. But you can also use corn in certain dishes that we also need to go for the Skull Cavern. So if you're not in the mood to cook, you can always just go to the Skull Cavern and go to one of the barkeepers here and just buy what you need to buy. Now, I am just going to go to the shepherd here, and I'm just going to, buy like 4 stacks here. you know? Just 4 big old stacks. So you guys can see we've been busy. I'm not even gonna lie to you. We really have been busy with what we've been doing. So it has been pretty ridiculous. Not gonna lie to you. But you know, these things happen, and yeah. Always remember, once your animals trust you a lot, feel free to use the magic shears on them and grab the meat and everything else, because by that time you've done that, you will be making a fairly decent amount of money from just shearing them. Always remember that. I think I forgot to put more in here. No, I didn't, but you know. Did I put in there? Yes, I did. It seems to be raining quite a bit now. Here where I am. Let me know if it's raining there. If you're watching this right now, is it raining? That's what I'd like to know. All right, we'll put in there a whole stack. How you doing? Let's milk up these cows. Hopefully this guy's going to give me something big. All right, perfect. Doesn't look like it. And then the piggies. Put that in there. All right, they are essentially sorted. Any truffle? Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the truffle, big boy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, cool. We now have a large warp milk. But it's not diamond level. I'm only keeping diamond level produce at this point in time. If I don't have diamond level produce, I don't bother. To be quite honest with you, I just don't bother. Because diamond level produce gives you a lot of money. It does. It gives you an absolutely gnarly amount of money. So you really want to be working on getting these things diamond produce level. Now this chap seems to be stuck. Can I help you off here, please? Yeah, go away. Don't know why you're here. Okay. Perfect. So, the next thing I want to do is, I think we need to make a couple of cheese presses and a couple of mayonnaise machines. That's what we need to do. I want to put to use those beautiful earth crystals we've gotten. And we will take advantage even more. Once we get more iridium and stuff like that, it'll be great. So, first things first, let's do a mayonnaise maker. And a mayonnaise maker is pine tar, composter, block of copper, fire log, and earth crystals. I have 9 earth crystals, so if I can do that in 9 goes, I'll be happy. Now, the first thing I need to do is get 9 blocks of copper. So I'm just going to do that. Press V so you can open up that beautiful, thing. Now we need 9 composters. How do I make a composter? It is just wooden slabs. All right. How much wood do we have? I actually don't have a ton of wood, if I'm being honest. I'm going to do that, and then 9 of these. That's 8. 9. Okay, cool. There we go. Put this back in here. We've got 9 composters. I need 9 pieces of wood on the other side, so I only need 18. There we go. And then we just need that. All right, perfect. So, all we now need is the pine tar, which I don't think I have enough of. I don't have 9 pine tar just chilling here, which is, the saddest thing that could ever happen to me in all of existence. But, this is just how we do. Where's the pine tar? Where is all my pine tar now that I think about it? I really need a better chest operating system here. Someone in the comments is going to yell at me like, your pine tar is over there. And then I'm just not seeing it. You see like that? 3 pine tar. Oh my gosh. See, I didn't see it because my brain doesn't seem to work. Whoa. Alrighty then. Apples for the win. Okay. There's more pine tar. So we can make 4 of these, baby. Yeah. Looking good. Looking good. Looking good. Looking good. Alright. So we're only going to make 4 of these, but it's fine. It's fine because I really want to start getting our stuff sorted. Alright. Let's do this. Boom. Still need a lot more of this. But we're going to do 2 over here, 2 over here, 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 and here. Boom. Mayonnaise machine. Beautiful. Alright. And with this mayonnaise machine, we are going to start getting our artisan stuff going. And that is why the Skull Cavern is one of the greatest places you can go. Despite its danger, look at this. I now have more than 1 mayonnaise maker. And now all I do is I take my diamond level eggs, plop them in here, and look at that. Look at it go. Just absolutely look at it go. Now we have more cheese or mayonnaise. And once I make more milk machines, a mayonnaise, cheese presses, those things. You know what I mean, okay? Don't twist my words. You know exactly what I mean. All right. You know exactly what my brain was trying to tell you there. All right. Also, this is a mistake. Don't be me. Someone in the comment section is going to yell at me, but don't be me. Put your stuff in the blast furnace. It's just so much quicker. Don't be me. Okay. Don't be me. You don't want to be me. You don't want to be me. All right. Look at me in the eyeballs. You don't want to be me. Beautiful. This is going absolutely fantastic, and we are starting to get our farm looking good. Now, it's more an industrial thing than anything else at the moment, but we will get the rest of our stuff sorted. Don't you fret. I'm going to make sure that everything that we're doing has a purpose, but I do want to make 2 more of these bad boys. I do. I still want to make 2 more of these bad boys. I do. And with these bad boys, we're going to be rolling in the dough, all right? You know how Adele was rolling in the deep? Well, we're going to be rolling in the dough. All right? Don't y'all worry. We're going to be rolling in the dough. All right. So I may as well make 1 here. Let me know how your farm is going, by the way. If you're busy playing along with me, let me know how your farm is progressing. I always like to hear how everyone's farm is progressing. I do. I like to hear that kind of, you know, it gives me positive vibes when you guys tell me, you know, how your farm is going, what you've been doing, if you have any tips and tricks, stuff like that. So, you know, the series is going pretty decently, and thank you to everyone who still supports it. I appreciate you immensely. There we go. And I'm just going to put these things in here. And by the time y'all come back, we will have enough money to build a new house. Then I'm going to sort out my storage. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sort out my storage, because guess what? I don't like this storage. I don't like this house. This was a mistake. I should have looked at the plans before building, you know. 1, 2. Beautiful. Let's grab 2 more. 2 more eggs out of here. And boom. Look at all this cheese. Look at all this mayonnaise ready for us. Look at this mayonnaise. Now I'm curious about a cheese press. Let's see. Cheese press. Does it need pine tar or oak resin? Oh man, I need more pine tar. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is I'm going to take y'all's advice. We need tappers. We need tappers. All right, so wooden bucket, earth crystal, fire log, block of copper. This is where all that copper is going to come in handy, by the way. I have a bunch of spruce trees, and now I'm about to sort this out. All right, so let's grab those earth crystals. Where are they? I think they're in here. Boom, we can make 5 of those. I don't need a composter for this, but I do need a bunch of other stuff. What did I need? Wood, fire log. All right, fire logs. Let's get a bunch of fire logs here. I know I put some in here. Boom. We also need wooden buckets, which are fairly easy to make. You shouldn't have this. Why shouldn't I have it, huh? Why? Tell me. Tell me why I shouldn't have it. Make me believe why I shouldn't have it, game. All right, so I think we're going to make 5 wooden buckets here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. I don't know if I'm going to have enough for that. I should have enough. I want to make 5 tree tappers here. Okay. How's this looking? Need more. Let's grab all of this, and I'm just going to stick these both in the blast furnace. Let the blast furnace do its thing. Grab all of this. Boom. And I believe it's like so. Like so. No, I'm wrong. Like so. And then so and so. Boom. 2 tree tappers, and we will use the rest of our earth crystals for more. Now, I'm going to use these tree tappers on that one beautiful spruce tree. You can't tap the same log, but you can put it on the same tree. There you go. Look at that. There you go. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. More pine tar. More pine tar. Let's get more pine tar going. The more pine tar, the quicker we can get our artisan stuff going. The more artisan stuff going, the more money we get. I can still make more. I can make 3 more. You kidding me? You kidding me? I can make 3 more. I love it. I love it. Bring it on. Bring it on. You know? Bring it on. Look at that. 2 more coming in here. Watch this. Are y'all even paying attention to this production level going on here? I don't think you are. I don't think y'all are paying enough attention to what we're doing here. All right? If you're doing this, then be proud of yourself. I want you to look in the mirror tonight as you sit there and be proud of yourself. I do. I want you to do that. I want you to tell me in the comment section how proud of you are of yourself for doing what you're doing. That's what I want. I want you to do that. I want you to do that right now for me. Bam, bam. Look at that. Look at that. And now I'm just going to put it in here. Actually, I'm going to put it up here just to show dominance. Look at that. 6 ready to go. And all because of a Skull Cavern visit. All because of a Skull Cavern visit. Y'all should be proud of yourselves. You should be. You should be absolutely proud of yourself. I am proud of you. You should be proud of you. Beautiful. We have not watered our crops, and it is 3 a.m. Uh-oh. This is not good. Okay, I need to hurry. Get off. I should be fine, but I don't think I'm going to make it. Normally it takes a good couple of minutes to do this. My seeds might die here. I was so busy boasting about the other stuff, I didn't bother finishing up my farm. Oops. Don't judge me. I see you over there judging me harshly. Don't you dare. Yeah, I'm not going to make it. I think some of my crops are going to die here. Not good, 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 not good. I need to save some of these at least. Come on. You got to go quicker, my friend. I might just do the time cheat thing, in all honesty. I might just do the time cheat thing. Oh, no. I'm not going to make it. I can already see it. I'm not going to make it. Come on, hurry up. This is why we need sprinklers, people. This, you see this right here? This is why we need sprinklers. Our next focus is going to be sprinklers. I guarantee you. All right? Oh, my name isn't Uncle Rusty. Ah, no. Oh, man. I should have made another, like, you know. My butt cheeks are clenching. I'm not going to make it. I'm sorry, everyone. You're about to see farmland get destroyed here. I'm just saying. You might see this. I might have to buy a whole bunch of more seeds here. And I don't even remember what seeds I did. Oh, no. Oh, no. No, no. What have I done? I should have done this first. If it rains now, I think it'll be fine. But I don't think I'm going to make the rain. I think I'm barely just going to make this row of crops. Alright. I will just have to see what I get out of here. And we'll go from there. Oh, no. Okay. Well, this is what happens when you don't water. Oh! It hurts. It hurts. Okay, this was beetroots, barley, corn. Beetroots, barley, corn. Okay. Ugh. Hey, buddy. Beetroots, so barley. I'm just gonna buy 10. That wasn't 10, that was 11, but that's fine. And corn, right? Oh, it hurts. It hurts all my souls. It does. All of my souls right now, they hurt. Every of them. And I bet you your souls hurt too. You can't lie to me. What you just saw happen was the worst. It was. It was the worst. Don't be me. Like I said. You know what you don't want to be? Is me. Don't be me. Do this. And this is why I do it in the morning. Someone said do it in the evening, but I was just too distracted with all the tree tappers and the skull caverning that I didn't bother. You know? I just didn't bother. So, unfortunately, this lightning is insane at the moment, everyone. Y'all won't hear it through my microphone, but damn, this lightning is nuts. Okay. I'm going to water up these crops. And we're going to break in the autumn with a failed cropping. Oh, what have I done? I'm so bad. I'm so bad at everything. Why am I doing this? Why did I fail as a farmer? As a society Sunlit Valley farmer, I failed to do the one basic thing, and that is water up my crops. How can I be this foolish? And you can see how long this actually takes. Like, I could have done the other thing and water 3 crops at a time, but it takes so long. That's like in Stardew Valley where it's just like hold, right click for like 2 seconds. It's a good solid 3 or 4 seconds before you are able to do the thing you need to do. So, for me, this is just faster now. If we upgrade this to like gold and the rest of it, then it becomes much more beneficial. It does. Then it's not so bad. But until then, you know. Oh, man. I'm so sad. Really am sad about losing some of those crops. But again, it's not like too detrimental. The bees will help like sort out some of the crops, and the hay golem helps out a little bit with that. So, you know, again, not the worst thing to happen in the world, but to me, it's the end of the world. It is, honestly. What I've done there is the end of the world. I hate it. I hate that I did this to my crops. I do. I hate that I did this to these poor seedlings. They didn't even get a chance to grow, man. They didn't even see the light of day. And that's just part and parcel of the mod pack, right? This is, you got to make sure that your stuff is working. You do. You got to make sure that your stuff is working. So always make sure that your crops are watered. That'll be like tip number 1 I have for anyone starting new on this. Make sure your crops are watered before you carry on boasting about everything else that you're doing. All right? Because otherwise, you know, it's not going to work out so well for you. It really is not. It's not going to work out well for you. All right, our crops are watered, and with that, it's going to be a slightly shorter episode, but hope you guys did enjoy that. If you did, please do consider leaving a like, subscribing. We are so close to 10,000 subscribers, so hit that subscribe button, please. Thank you so much. Let me know how your farm is going, and until next time, Uncle Rusty says, water your crops.